What is up, guys, and welcome to this random F2L challenge.
Alright, so this video is going to be responding to the F2L challenge, and more specifically the comments I got. So in the end we got 163 comments. Some of them might be replies, but still a lot of comments and a lot to go through. And before we get into it, I do want to preface this, and I'm sure a lot of you figured it out, but there are cases where it does make sense to have thumb on bottom. And again, some of you figured this out, but yeah, the point of the video is basically there aren't as many thumb on bottom cases that are viable than people might think. A lot of them, it can be done with thumb on front, which is obviously better, or thumb on top, which may or may not be better. It's still usually a regrip. So anyways, we'll just go from top to bottom. So first, R2U2, R2U2, R2. I guess that's an F2L case, kind of. You can do it thumb on bottom or thumb on top. It doesn't really matter, but it's not really like a real F2L case. You can kind of do it with thumb on front anyways, honestly. Like, you just kind of roll it like that. Yeah, so kind of like that. And then, so there are like similar, I know someone commented below like these ones, which I'll get into when I get to them, but anyway, so for that one you can do thumb on front. F, so this one I did reply to, but anyway, I'll go over here. So F, R2U, R, U prime, R2 prime, F prime, this solves this edge when it's here, going to here, so it's basically an F setup, and then you have this F2L case, and you do F prime. And you'll notice this trend pretty quickly. Any F2L case starting with an F, yeah, thumb on bottom's usually the go, unless there is like a U following it, in which case you can do like sort of a thumb F like that, and then a U, but yeah, in this case, thumb on bottom does win, though there are other ways to do that case. For example, I've been liking, and this is still like a regrip, but I like doing B, U prime, B prime, just so I'm good at that finger trick. Although now that I'm aware of the F one, or even honestly just doing that, though that's kind of two regrips, so never mind. But yeah, no, that's a good F2L case, I like that. R2, U2, okay, yeah, that one. So this next one, so this F2L pair, and sorry I'm doing all these in orange, but just like learn to slow videos down, or like not be non-white cross illiterate. So this F2L pair you can do R2, U2, R prime, U prime. It's basically like anti-soon. I'll sort out that, so you know, anti-soon like that, but with an R2 at the start and the finish. So like that. The thing with this F2L case is, yeah, it is better to do it with thumb on bottom. Again, you could do that kind of weird, like, thumb R2 thing. But you can also just do this F2L case a bunch of other ways. You could do, like, this from home grip, which is pretty damn fast. Or you could do, like, from here. People would argue it's better to do thumb on bottom, and yeah, the U moves are slightly easier, but it's also, like, very possible to learn how to do the pinch U's. So yeah, that case, kind of, but there's also just like so many ways. You can also do like things like this, so like sled, hedge, and then you only like slightly bring your thumb up and do it like that. So there's just a lot of ways to solve that F2L pair, and like I think you should be able to find something that's, you know, both as fast as everything else and also leaves you in a good grip. Alright, what's next? What the hell is that? So they're saying F, U2, F prime, R, U, R prime? Oh, okay, so like this. And again, you could either do like right thumb like that, or you could actually do a different trick. Though the different trick does use thumb on bottom, but I actually think it is a slightly better F2L solution. So you could do like F, U2, like that. Actually no, it's like, you can do it with thumb on front, kind of. So this pair, ignoring these, F, U2, insert pair like that. So yeah, I guess it could be more convenient to do thumb on bottom the way he's doing it, but again, you can just do a different solution that I think is slightly better. Although to be honest, for that case, I think it is better to rotate and just like fill up a back slot, so I would probably, so I would do like R prime, U prime, R, and then set that up. So yeah, lots of different ways, especially for like the worst F2L cases. The worse in F2L cases, usually the more options you have, so you can tailor it to what has better grips or what works better for your finger tricks. That's the same trick as before. So what's this one? Okay, so this is like a winter variation, and yeah, you do need thumb and bottom for that. You could do that kind of. Actually, you can do that. The thing is, like, that's not really a finger trick I've practiced that much, but I've just kind of realized, like, in the span of this video, like, I reckon you could realistically practice doing R2 from home grip like that. So that's something I'll have to look into myself. Okay, yeah, this case, so R2U, R2U prime. Again, similar thing, R2's, I guess for this case it's kind of icky. I would probably do thumb on top, so do it like that. And this would be either for these two or for these two, it doesn't really matter. Because I don't particularly like thumb on bottom for this either, because you have to pinch the U, or I guess you could do like push, but I don't like having to do both the U moves with the same finger. You could be real whack and do thumb on back, but no. So yeah, kind of. Zachary commented, any F2L case with an R2 start? Well, see kiddo, that's where you're wrong. Okay, this one. So this is like similar, except with fat U. This one you can't really do like the fancy weird R2 thing because your grip isn't really set up properly for the wide U moves. So for this one you definitely do need the thumb on bottom, I think. Even thumb on top's kind of awkward because you have to like find a way to push these two layers. You could either like push or use your right pinky somehow. So yeah, thumb on bottom's probably legitimately optimal for that one. For the back case where it's like these slots, thumb on top I think would be optimal. What do we have here? So multi-slotting but still relevant. Okay, sure. Setup. Okay, right. So you're saying for these two F2L pairs, like that. I don't think that's a real case. I don't think people actually see that in solves. You can't really... The R2 finger trick doesn't particularly flow there, so I would agree that it is better to do thumb on bottom there, but I just don't... I don't really acknowledge that as a real case. It's like a trigger I've seen in some ZBLLs, but it's not... You're not going to see people doing that in F2L. Alright, this one. So we have... And by the way, I'm just doing like original comments. I'm not doing like replies to comments just because that's going to take up too much time and I'm quite lazy and I don't want to scroll back up. So this one. Okay, so this is like a 3-cycle commutator. It would be for this corner coming here. So it's like R, U prime R, D prime, da-da-da, undo. And yeah, you definitely need thumb and bottom for that. And that reminds me of, so it's like this F2L, wait. So this F2L trick where you have like this corner going to here, so it's like R2 and then you keyhole it. So it'd be like R2 D prime like that. That one you could do thumb and front for. But the one Stanley posted, not so much. Okay, Monty posted an E-slice com. Please go away. So, again, this is multi-slotting, so like I don't really acknowledge this as like real. Yes, Monty, you do need thumb and bottom for some E-slice comms. Like, what do you want me to tell you? This is an F2L video, man. Come on. All right. What's this one? So are you okay? Oh, okay, so like this F2L pair from this angle. Yeah, you would want thumb and bottom there, I think. Just trying to think. I guess you could kind of do like that. But yeah, I feel like thumb and bottom, at least the way I'm doing it is a bit faster. I think you could practice the thumb on front way to be just as good, but it's iffy. And then the other thing is, and he actually mentions this in the comment, for this case you could just do U2 that. Just like U2, fat, undo. Okay, this one, L prime U, R prime L, don't know why I put it in that order. So that's like for this F2L pair, so this one to here. Yeah, you need the thumb on bottom. If you're going to do that way, or if you just want to do 2 sexy moves, which, to be honest, even though it's like less efficient, it might be better because 1, you're in a better grip, and 2, you're not switching between like R and L moves in a really awkward way. So it might make more sense to do that in a speed swell versus that kind of regrip. I mean, they probably add up to like similar time, but it's just like weighing up the risk reward and like simplicity to complexity, because like more complex generally means more risk. So it's hard to say what's better. But if you're doing the more efficient way, you do need thumb on bottom there. And same for the mirror, where you've got like this pair here, you would have to do... I guess the way I do it is with thumb on front, but it's still a regrip anyway. I'm just kind of doing an L prime like that. So what's this next one? From Julian. Okay, so beginner insert. This edge to here. Yeah, you do need thumb on bottom, but at the same time there are better ways to even solve that OLS. I would do this OLS with thumb on top, where I just insert the edge and then do this CLS from there. I just think that's a bit faster than that. I mean, it's hard to say. And then you can also do, okay, probably not from this angle. I think if you have it from this angle or like this angle, you can do like the blind com stuff with thumbs on front. But again, that's slightly a different case because you're rotating into it. Alright, we got some wide F moves. Oh boy. So this into... Okay. Interesting. So you're solving this pair with that. Oh, that's really interesting. I've never thought of that. This is from Mate Cubing. This is actually really good. I kind of like that. And yeah, you do need thumb on bottom to do that. Huh. So yeah, normally for that case I would just, you know, rotate, or like that. Huh. Okay, well I learned something. There you go. That's an interesting one. B moves. Sweet. So this is for either, we'll presume it's this case, it's not these ones, so B. You kind of need both thumbs on bottom, and like by that point you might as well just like not use that algorithm, kind of. Because you can also do this pair with like F, D, R, D prime, like F, D, R, D prime, F prime. So that's just like one thumb on bottom instead of 2. It's still very awkward, obviously. Like you may as well just kind of rotate. Probably not that. Probably not that. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't like that F2L trick. Because you need both thumbs on bottom. If you need both thumbs on bottom, like it's probably just not optimal to begin with. Like the R prime D or the FD thing is definitely better. What do we have here? These are not awkward to do in home grip. Either with the pin shoe at the end or flick. So this is a good example of why it's good to diversify your finger tricks, because the more limited your finger tricks, the more you are going to have to resort to thumb on bottom, which is another good take-home point for the less experienced people getting involved, which is okay. You know, it's good to learn now than develop too many bad habits later. What we have here, same case as before, already talked about it. Already talked about that one. Already talked about this one. I don't think I talked about it for the back, so the back version of this case. Yeah, you can do thumb on front, I think. Thumb on bottom, probably equally as awkward. I feel like I really need to practice this R2 now. It's quite nice. And then thumb on top is almost like, I'd say it's the easy finger tricks, but then thumb on front is like clearly viable. So yeah, I don't know. What else? Okay, so this is another F2L case that isn't really real. So this is like the move optimal way to do edge flip. I don't know why it's saying thumb on bottom. Oh wait, no, he's saying it doesn't start with thumb bottom. But yeah, anyway, this case, just don't use that alg. Do sledge into this pair. That's what I have to say about that one. What else do we have? Nothing. Okay, so here's a good one from Stewie. So he's saying for this F2L pair where you do double sexy, it's better to do thumb on bottom, and I definitely disagree. It probably depends. Like, I'm sure there are some people out there, maybe if you have like really short fingers, although in a lot of cases it's hard to tell if having longer fingers is a disadvantage or shorter fingers is, but doing like the pinch U-turns like that, like it's really, like I'm not messing it up. And you know, this is the part of the video where I would mess it up. And I'm not. So that's what I have to say about that. Already went over that. This is the same thing, just on the left. Again, you will probably have to specifically train it for your left hand, which I did a lot of that kind of left hand training stuff probably a year ago because I noticed my left hand turning was just a lot slower and it was holding me back. But yeah, you can absolutely do the pinch turns for the left as well. There's no problems there. Almost at the bottom, I think. Okay, so this F2L case. So like here and here. Wait, what is he saying? Like, yeah, I just don't like that alg. That's like a specific OLL skip thing. You'd rather just do like for this F2L case, like regardless of the O, just do sledge like that or F prime like that. And then you also had, and then there was another one I went over, so I won't do that again. Someone else mentioned the F prime one thing with, so for this insert doing doing F prime into that. So F prime, free pair like that. You can either do left index or like sort of thumb on bottom, but not really because it's just, you know, you're not really re-gripping that much per se, or at least you don't have to be. Already went over that. Already went over that. Someone commented, U prime, R prime. Are you fucking kidding? That guy's trolling. Good troll, mate. Oh, good shit. What do we have here? Okay, so this is... Oh yeah, I remember I applied to this. So for this F2L pair, doing like FU F prime to make the free pair. Again, anything starting with F will probably need thumb on bottom. Again, it depends on the U move coming afterwards. Doing FU F prime there, like using those finger tricks before, isn't very good. When it's like F and then like U turns, it's usually... It basically sets you up for like R turns, not really like an F prime, so you would probably want to just do thumb on bottom. But at the same time, you could also just do this trick. So these two, like that. So what's this? This is another 3-move insert, and I'm dubious about it. I might be getting trolled. I'll try and give everyone the light of day. So set up LUL prime. Yeah, doing that is awkward, I agree, but that's thumb on top, not thumb on bottom. Although you can push, and I think that's what he mentions there, you can push with your right index. Although honestly, thumb on top isn't like that. I don't know, it's hard to say. The push is definitely easy, and I feel like in general, like most people don't use like right index push as much as they do left index. I think I'm kind of the same, although I have actually tried to implement it. What do we have here? Okay, I already went over that. Yeah, so this one, thumb on bottom. I will say it is quite hard to do this one in home grip if you don't do like a good lefty U2, either like this or double flick. But yeah, I already kind of went over that. So this one's more of a description. So back right edge unsolved and oriented. Yeah, I already went over that. Triple sexy, no. E. This is again not the most real case. So E, R, U prime, R prime, E prime. You could just do that. Basically just as fast and less risky than trying to do like blind turning in a C-pop solve. So I'll give that a no. Already went over that. Already went over that. And then last one, so this F2L case, people will commonly do this with thumb on bottom, but again, doing it in a home grip is fine as long as you have finger tricks for your left hand under control, specifically the U2, and also the pinch style U-turns. Or even, I mean, I guess push, but then you have to like do all of your like U-turns with one hand, which is kind of annoying. I would go into some of the replies, but I think I've made this video long enough, and I don't want to make this video completely drag on. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned a thing or two. I definitely learned a couple little things here and there. So I hope it was interesting, hope it was fun, hope you all had a good time. I'll be sending out an email, let me just check. Yep, I'm sending out an email tomorrow, and it's called "Tired of choosing bad F2L pairs?" ? Open this email for clarity. Getting better and better with the clickbait. And yeah, it'll be relatively similar to this video in a lot of ways in terms of, you know, the fact it's about F2L. Actually, I guess that's all it really has in common. It's basically about like learning how to like not choose bad pairs and getting out of that whole habit of accidentally being inefficient just from, you know, being kind of lazy. So it'll be an interesting read. Sign up, link is in the description. It's a great newsletter, you'll have a great time, it doesn't cost any money, you get a free ebook, yada yada yada. And yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.